بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الطاهرين واللعنة الدائمة الأبدية على أعدائهم أجمعين إلى قيام يوم الدين. السلام عليكم my beloved ones ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah we're going to continue today the rules of Manasik al-Hajj. So we came to the ruling number 31. Let me just fix a few things here. Yes. Okay, ruling number 31. So we mentioned the mutasakka, the one who collects from here and there and makes us hajj. So here, as a similar ruling, but it's like a more that a guy gets some money. لا يجب على المكلف تحصيل الاستطاعة بالاكتساب أو غيره. So we said that Hajj is an obligation, floating obligation on every single Muslim. However, when you are able to, you reach the age of puberty, all those conditions are applicable, Hajj falls on you. You say, it becomes activated. Now you have to go. Like Salat al-Dhuhr is wajib upon me, but not at this time. It is wajib upon me as a Muslim. But when Dhuhr time comes in and all the other conditions are there, then I have to perform the Salat of Dhuhr. So he says, لا يجب لا يجب على المكلف تحصيل الاستطاعة بالاكتساب أو غيره. It is not obligatory upon a responsible person to acquire or achieve the ability to perform the Hajj by earning or by any other means. No, it is not wajib on you to earn so that Hajj becomes wajib upon you. No, the statement is if you are able to, Hajj becomes wajib on you. It's not like if Hajj is wajib, so you have to become able to. It's not opposite. The conditional statement, what is the condition and what is the consequence? The condition is the ability. If you are able to, then perform Hajj. Then Hajj becomes wajib. So wujub of Hajj depends on you becoming able. It is not like Hajj is wajib, so become able to. Hajj is wajib, so go for it. No, it is not like that. Hajj is wajib, so earn to fulfill the Hajj. See, Hajj is wajib to earn the fulfill. No, it is not like that. If you have capacity, ability, then Hajj becomes wajib. It's same like if the sun sets, then break your fast. So if the sun does not set, then you don't break your fast. It's like a mantuq and mafhum, like an implicit and explicit indication. So when Allah says, like the understanding of the ayat and the ahkam, the narrations, if Allah says that if you are able to, Hajj is wajib. What does that mean? If you're not able to, Hajj is not wajib. So if you are able to, Hajj is wajib. That is what explicitly we understand. But there's an implicit indication. This is called mantuq, explicit verbal indication, and the mafhum, understood indication or implicit indication. So therefore, if you're able to, Hajj is wajib. But you don't have to make the Hajj wajib upon yourself by earning. So you don't have to go and earn so that Hajj becomes wajib upon you. So another example, or an example. فَلَوْ وَهَبَهُ أَحَدٌ مَالًا هِبَةً مُطْلَقًا, not conditional gift. Remember, the gift could be conditional gift or could be unconditional. Just take it. I'm giving you a gift without any strings attached. Gift. Malan. Somebody gave you a gift. With that gift, you are able to go for Hajj. You become able, your ability is gained. You, so you don't have to accept that gift. لم يلزمه القبول. It is not necessary, it is not obligatory for you to accept it so that you can go for Hajj as an obligatory. No, it's not wajib upon you to accept it. You can just refuse, and Hajj is not wajib upon you. But if you accept it, and it's enough for you to go for Hajj and come back and all the other conditions we mentioned, then Hajj will become wajib. So فَلَوْ وَهَبَهُ أَحَدٌ مَالًا, if somebody gifts money or wealth, some wealth he gives you, property, gold, whatever, مطلقة, this gift was absolute, without any condition, unconditional. يستطيع به, he becomes able to do Hajj. لو قبله, if he accepts it, لم يلزمه القبول, it will not be obligatory upon him to accept it in order to make Hajj wajib upon himself. No, here's an option. He could refuse it, because many times the gifts can be humiliating. People, they give you a gift and they humiliate you. So it's not obligated upon a person to accept the gift, even if it was not a humiliative situation. وكذا لو طلب منه أن يؤجر نفسه للخدمة بما يصير به مستطيعا ولو كانت الخدمة لائقة بشأنه. Even لو طلب منه, even if it is required or he is asked, you know something, you can work this thing. I want to do this thing done. I want you to build for me a room. So if you are going to build the room, you are going to be able. The ability will be gained for Hajj. And the building room was not something which is not suitable for your status. No, you were a builder. Your job was to build. You don't have to accept that. No, accept it, because Hajj is wajib. No, Hajj is not wajib on me. Hajj will be wajib on me if I accept it, if I earn. But now Hajj, it's not Hajj which makes me. Yeah, if you have to desire to go for Hajj, you work, it becomes obligated upon you. But if you don't want to, if you have some circumstances this year, you can't go, you have other things to take care of for some reasons, you don't want to become able to go for Hajj. This is not like the loan issue, remember? No, the loan issue, if the debtor is providing you the money and it's the day due is there, then you have to accept it because it's your money. But here it's different. Here it's an initial offer from the beginning to work on something, to work a job. So if he was asked to do a task under wages, under compensation, under payment, so he was going to hire you to do something for him, to a service for him, which will make you mustati', bima yasiru bi mustati'an. Even if the thing was suitable, you don't have to go for Hajj. I mean, you don't have to work that to be able to, in order to, for the Hajj to become wajib upon you. نعم لو آجر نفسه للخدمة في طريق الحج واستطاع بذلك وجب الحج. However, he says, if you got hired or you were given a task to do during the pathway of the Hajj, that means they wanted a driver and you became a driver. For what? To take people to Hajj. And you are there in Mecca because you drove them. So now you have become able to perform Hajj. So the Hajj becomes wajib on you. No, but I just came as a... No. You drove the people, you got the money for driving, but now you are in Mecca. What else do you want? So the Hajj will become wajib in that case. إذا آجر نفسه للنيابة عن الغير في الحج. Let's say Somebody wants you to do Hajj by representation, by niyaba. Someone's parents have left this world, or some kind of, so you want them to do Hajj on their behalf, or on your behalf, recommended Hajj. You have done your wajib Hajj. Like many times people, they give people money, take this money, do ziyarah on my behalf. Go to Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wasalam, I'll give you the ticket. Go to Imam Rada alayhi salam, I'll give you the ticket. So what happens? They want you to do ziyarah on behalf of them. They're living. Yeah. Any mustahab thing can be done on behalf of the living. It is only wajib, which cannot be done unless if a person was dead. Then you can represent them, except in a few exceptional cases. One of those cases is in the Hajj. We'll discuss that inshallah in upcoming sessions. Otherwise, you cannot do representation of someone in performing obligatory acts if they are living, except for the few exceptional cases. However, for recommended acts, even if they are living, dead, you can do representation in performing any mustahab acts. Okay. إذا آجر نفسه للنيابة عن الغير في الحج واستطاع بمال الإجارة قدم الحج النيابي إذا كان مقيدا بالسنة الحالية. So I'm not mustati', for example. I'm not able to. Someone gave me money, $10,000. Now I became mustati'. I became mustati'. So who should I do the Hajj? Mine or the person whose niyaba I'm doing? Says, as long as the person who gave you the money, he does not have any condition that you do it this year, then you have to do yours. However, if he says, no, do the Hajj for my father, my grandfather, whomsoever, this year, then you will do the Hajj next year. Okay? You will do the Hajj next year. So that's what he says. If he hires himself to perform the Hajj in representation for someone, and by getting the money of representation, money of hiring, mal al-ijara, you became mustati'. واستطاع بمال الإجارة قدم الحج النيابي. The Hajj of representation, Hajj on behalf of the representative, as a representative, Hajj on behalf of someone, the one who paid you, should be preceded. إذا كان مقيدا بالسنة الحالية. If it was conditional that it needs to be done in this year. فإن بقيت الاستطاعة إلى السنة القادمة. So this $10,000 given to you, if it remains until the next year, وجب عليه الحج. So here a question comes. He gave him money to perform Hajj. Then he goes for Hajj. What will remain? No, it is not like that. Okay? There are some shuyukhs or scholars or whoever, like they have done their Hajj wajib. They are in need of money. So if one person comes that the best people to do Hajj for me is some sheikh or some sayyid or some scholarly person. So you give them, you don't give them only the Hajj, you are hiring him. If you give him 10,000, which will be consumed in the Hajj, where is the hiring part here? He comes with nothing, bichara, poor guy. So you have to give him the wages of hiring. Normally, it's double the amount of the Hajj. Okay? Normally. I don't go niyaba, so I can speak because it's not my business. But normally, when I've seen people giving ulamas, if the Hajj is 5,000, they give him 10,000. If the Hajj is 10,000, they give him 15 or 20,000. So let's say the Hajj was 10,000. and your wages, you're tired and all you efforts to put, that's your effort money. So they will give you extra 5,000. Or let's say in this case, you're given extra 10,000. So khalas, you use the 10,000 for Hajj. Other 10,000 was your income. So if that 10,000 فإن بقيت الاستطاعة إلى السنة القادمة وجب عليه الحج وإلا فلا. So if that 1,000 you have saved it, so until next year, then next year the Hajj will become wajib upon you. Or no, you needed it to use on your family because this was your income for your expenses. Nothing was remaining, or half of it was remaining. Then Hajj will not become obligatory. وجب عليه الحج وإلا فلا. وإن لم يكن الحج النيابي وإن لم يكن الحج النيابي مقيدا بالسنة الفعلية قدم الحج عن نفسه. And if the Hajj by representative, Hajj of hiring, was not limited or restricted or conditional by performing it this year, then you can do your Hajj. You have to do your Hajj because you have become mustati'. Besides all the conditions that the 10,000 given to you extra about the Hajj expenses were not, you're not in need, your family was not in need, and it was sufficient for every other thing, like the conditions we mentioned. إلا إذا وثق بأدائه في عام لاحق. Unless if you're confident that you will be able to perform the Hajj next year. So as he's giving you an option, what is the option? First of all, there is no option. First scenario, if the money was given to you conditional, Hajj this year, then you are not able to go this year. Excuse me. However, if he did not make this condition and he gave you an option, so you can Hajj this year or next year. So he says, Hajj this year, okay, obligatory. Unless, second option, if you were confident that this money will remain or whatever money might come and you will be able to perform the Hajj next year. So in this case, you do the Hajj for that person who gave you. So your or that person's. If you are able to perform next year, then do the person who gave you the money. Ruling number 33. إذا اقترض مقدارا من المال يفي بمصاريف الحج لم يجب عليه الحج وإن كان قادرا على وفائه بعد ذلك إلا إذا كان مؤجلا بأجل بعيد جدا لا يعتني العقلاء بمثله. If someone gets a loan, someone gets some money, borrows some money, okay, which was sufficient to cover the expenses of Hajj. Okay, you got some money, $10,000, it was sufficient to cover the expenses of Hajj. The Hajj would not become obligated. Why? Because this is not your money. Remember, Sayyidi Sistani Damadullah, even in the Khums, he says, let's say I have 100,000 loan, for example, and at the end of the year, I had my savings 100,000. Sayyidi Sistani says that, and I had used that money, 100,000, for my expenses, my house, my rent, my whatever was needed for my house, I had taken that loan. So he says that if at the end of the year, your saving is below or equal to the amount which you have not paid off the loan, amount of the unpaid loan entirely, then there's no khums on you. But I have 100,000 saving. Yes, but it's not yours. Somebody wants that money. Even though you don't give him now, it's not yours. So you don't, there's no khums obligation on something which is not yours. But if you had $110,000, then you pay khums only on $10,000. That's yours. 100,000 is still loan. Or you have 100,000, but you paid off 10,000. So 90,000 are not yours. So then we will say if there was remaining more than 90,000, which is in this case, then 10,000 is paid off. So 10,000, you will pay the khums on it. And 90,000, there's no khums, even though you have it. Yeah, which is not yours. So the same thing here. You took money and it was sufficient to cover the expenses of Hajj. It is not obligated upon you to go for Hajj. Why? This is not your wealth. This is not your wealth, okay? Hajj is on your wealth. Ability is on your wealth. You own it. Unless if somebody gives you a gift that you don't have to accept it, unless all the other scenarios. So basically, we have to consider the wealth, your wealth, in order for Hajj becomes obligated upon you, except in a few cases. So here, like a Hajj by hiring, even Hajj by hiring, the money becomes yours. Remember the 10,000 extra? So إذا افترض مقدارا من المال إذا اقترض مقدارا من المال يفي بمصاريف الحج لم يجب عليه الحج. Hajj would not be obligatory upon him, even though if you are able to pay off the loan after that. وإن كان قادرا على وفاء بعد ذلك. Okay, so even though you are able to, because what happens that the person who gave you money, they wanted in the same year, but you might not have, and even you have it, but no. However, he says, if the payoff or paying off the installments of loan, or paying off the loan, the time, the due date to pay off given to you was very far away, in a way that people will consider this as your money. Okay, like your friend told you, pay me after 10 years. 10 years or 5 years, not this year, not next year. Pay me at your time, 5 years. So that means this money, though it's loan, but it is as my money, because I've no worries, I have no restraints and constraints and all those kind of things. No, so you're free. Give me whenever you want, long time, 10 years, 5 years, whenever you are able to. With that period where the intellectual, they ignore it, they neglect it, they don't consider it something you have to do at this point. So uqala, they don't, the intellectuals, they, oh, it's your money, keep it. So that is the difference. So if you're told that you don't worry about the loan, it's considered yours, give it back to me after 2 years or 3 years or 4 years, long period of time, okay, don't take burden on it, then that's a good, that the money, though it's a loan, it is like your own money. So you have to go for Hajj. إلا إذا كان مؤجلا, unless if it was the date of payment was very far away, بأجل بعيد جدا لا يعتني العقلاء بمثله. The intellectual, they would not consider it to be a hassle or a burden or something like that. That means you will have this flexibility like your own money. So it's not your own money, but you will have that flexibility like your own money. Ruling number 34. إذا كان عنده ما يفي بنفقات الحج وكان عليه دين مستوعب لما عنده من المال، أو كالمستوعب بأن لم يكن وافيا لنفقاته، أو بأن لم يكن وافيا لنفقاته لو اقتطع منه مقدار الدين لم يجب عليه الحج على الأظهر. So if he had money saving 10,000, just a while ago I mentioned the mas'ala of khums. If he had money could cover the expenses of Hajj. يفي بنفقات الحج. وكان عليه دين مستوعب لما عنده من المال. But you have this loan which covers, which is equal to the money saving, which you have this $10,000 and you have the loan $10,000. Okay. أو كالمستوعب, or similar to something mustawab. What does that mean? Covers the expenses of Hajj, or partially covers the expenses of Hajj. Okay. بأن لم يكن وافيا لنفقاته لو اقتطع منه مقدار الدين. If you take part of that, if you pay part of the debt, okay, let's say you had 10,000 and it's equal to the amount of loan you have, or it was not the entire, no. If you pay off 5,000, the 5,000 remaining would not cover your expenses. You see? So either you had the loan, either you had money saved that was equal to the loan, or partially that could cover your loan, entire loan or partial loan. That means if you have entire loan is equal to the entire amount that covers your expenses of Hajj, then Hajj will not be obligatory upon you because it's not your money. Okay. Or partially, if you pay part of that loan, the 5,000 remaining will not be sufficient to cover your expenses of Hajj. لم يجب عليه الحج على الأظهر. He says most apparently. What does that mean? That means that some scholars might say, no, you go for Hajj. Sayyid Sistani Damadullah says Hajj would not become wajib. Some scholars might say, no, Hajj is wajib. If you're not going to pay off your loan now, then go for Hajj. Like in the Khums, if you're not going to pay your loan from the money which you have, like remember 100,000, if you're not going to pay off the 100,000 now, then pay the Khums of it. Like Sayyid al-Khuy Quddasa Sirruh. But Sayyid Sistani says, looks into your responsibility. Your responsibility is that you have $100,000 loan, and these $100,000 you have it, and there's no other money you have as saving. So this is equal to the loan. That means this is the loan money, you have it. So if you don't have to pay the khums of it, it's not wajib because it's not your money. The same thing here. You don't have to go for Hajj, but some maraja might say, no. Are you going to pay the loan? Is the person who, the creditor, is he demanding? The one who gave you the loan, is he demanding? So if you say no, then go for Hajj. Are you going to give him the money even if he's not demanding? No, go for Hajj. But if you say no, he's demanding and I need to give him, then Hajj is not wajib. This is the other route. Remember, say this is abhar, more apparent to me. So there's an apparent ruling and there's a more apparent. So if the apparent ruling is Hajj is not wajib, is the most apparent ruling Adhar is not wajib of Sayyid Sistani, then other maraja might have the ruling Al-Zahir wajab al-Hajj if he was not being demanded to pay off his debt, or he's not going to pay off his debt this year, then Hajj is going to be wajib. Yes. إذا كان عنده ما يفي بنفقات الحج وكان عليه دين مستوعب لما عنده من المال أو كالمستوعب بأن لم يكن وافيا لنفقاته لو اقتطع منه مقدار الدين لم يجب عليه الحج على الأظهر ولا فرق في الدين بين أن يكون حالا أو مؤجلا. He says there is no difference. This difference comes where? And the qawl al-zahir. Other scholars who say no, either it is now or later. If it's later, go for Hajj. If it is later, pay the khums. If it is now, no, you don't go for Hajj, pay it now. If you are not going to pay, go for Hajj. If you are the same thing for the loan, if pay it. Otherwise, if you're not going to pay, you have to pay the khums of it. But Sayyid Sistani says no. إلا إذا كان مؤجلا بأجل بعيد. Okay, unless if the time to pay off the loan you were given was far away, like like 50 years. Pay me after 50 years. مما لا يعتني بمثل العقلاء. The intellectual, they consider, brother, the money is yours. After 50 years, enjoy the money. Then, so the intellectuals, they don't consider this to be a kind of loan. You see, you are in a peace of mind. كما لا فرق فيه بين, like mortgages 50 years mortgage, and you pay like very peanuts of the amount. كما لا فرق فيه بين أن يكون سابقا على حصول المال أو بعد حصوله بلا تقصير منه. And it is no, there is no difference between the loan being before getting the money سابقا على المال, or after getting the money. The loan was there without any shortcoming from you. So if there was money before getting the loan, then you have to go for Hajj. But no, you did not have shortcoming. You had to get a loan and for some purpose. So now you have there was nothing else except for this money, which is equal to your loan. Okay, so inshallah we will stop here. Ruling number 35. We are going to continue tomorrow. بإذن الله تعالى. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.